Make your day richer than it was before. Got some good times knocking upon your front door.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Make Your Day Richer. I'm Richard Wilmore, and we've got Tom Paladino here. Hi, Tom. Good morning.
Good day. Hi, Richard.
How are you?
All is well. It's a great day.
Good. I'm very excited because we'll get to it in a little bit, but Tom is giving away something free today. So stick around to find out how you can get that free thing from Tom. Tom, this is what I love about having the show is I get to meet people that I would never meet in a million years and people who do things that I don't even understand what they do, but they're out there changing the world and making the world a better place for people. And you are one of those people that I am excited to meet because I don't even understand what you do because it's 16 light years away from me and I'm not smart enough for it. So can you tell everybody what you do?
It's very simple, and you are smart enough. I work with energy. Energy is fundamental. I work with energy instruments that allow me to capture the energy of the stars and then transmit that energy for energetic health. It's that simple.
Now, and some people will be like, that's too like out there to woo-woo. What do you say to that?
Okay, well, it might be. Let's look at this way. If you're taking food in, if your diet includes natural foods, what is that? That food has stored energy. Well, I don't use food. I use energy itself to improve soul, mind, and body.
And how did you discover that you could do that? And when did you start using it yourself?
Yeah, I discovered this over 50 years ago when I was reading about the great scientist Nikola Tesla. And I developed scalar energy instruments over the course of 30, 40 years in which now I can harness that energy of the stars and benefit people, even animals, energetically. It's not a chemical process. It's all done energetically.
And it's really about like overall health, correct?
That's correct. Exactly.
So can you talk kind of, especially like you brought up animals, like can you walk us through kind of what the process would be like if you're working with someone or their animal?
Sure. Well, this energy is unique. That is, it is distinct from electricity. So when I work with this energy, I work with people by way of their photograph. I'm holding up my photograph to demonstrate a photograph carries a signature or it carries some type of a force field. So I'm working with energy fields through the photograph of a person, and in so doing, I can identify a disease signature and eradicate a disease signature energetically.
Wait, let's back up. How does that happen through a picture?
Yeah. Just as we're speaking through a video, how is it that you're in my computer and I'm in your computer? That's an image.
Yeah,
okay?
Yeah.
There's some science to that. Well, there's also a science to taking an image of a person, their photograph that has a disease signature, and to identify and eradicate the disease signature. Now, with energy, you can do anything. That's my contention with my work. I can identify disease signatures and eliminate them.
So what type of person usually finds you to work with?
People from all walks of life, people with autoimmune conditions, people with viral infection, people with cancer. The key to my work is it's not a branch of medicine. This is a new branch of physics in which we work with auras or force fields. So my work introduces a force field of health, not a biological field, a force field of health.
Do you find that you have to like when you're first working with someone or someone's finding you, is there a lot of explanation first, or are usually people like, no, I know this, so I'm here for that?
Most people want an explanation. After they understand the explanation, they realize, many people do, that energy is fundamental and that energy behaves in certain fashions. So in so doing, once we have a simple, straightforward explanation, most people can accept that energy can negate disease.
As you know, especially in the United States, it's a lot of medication. It's a lot of going to the doctor, get prescribed something. And obviously I'm not here to be like, you don't ever go to your doctor. But can you talk about kind of how that works with modern medicine, or is it?
It does not work with modern medicine because it's quite different. And let's face it, and not to be snide, you never sent your photograph to a dentist. You never submitted your photograph for surgery. So this is a non-physical approach in which we're working with energy fields, force fields. The reason I work through a photograph, because the photograph is a source of light. So instead of working with a person as a biological source, we work with a representation of their photograph, which is a source of light. So I keep it at the level of light. I don't work at the lower level, the level of chemical, biochemical reaction I avoid.
Can you, in my head, this is because I'm so in love with the movie The Wizard of Oz. Remember when she goes in and he takes the picture out of her basket, the wizard, when she ran away from home, and he's looking at the picture of Aunt Em. That's what it kind of reminds me of that, like looking into the crystal ball. But how do you go out and explain it to people? Because this is so fascinating to me that like people understand that they have that ability. Is this something that like anybody can pick up on themselves and do themselves?
Yes. And we do it by thought. A thought, or your emotions, is scalar energy. I am saying I'm working in the realm of thought, which is non-physical, which is an instruction. So you, in your mind, you can create a disease or you can negate a disease through thought. That's a placebo effect. Well, why can't I do that with an instrument that controls consciousness or intelligence? To use this analogy, we're having a discussion through our computers. Obviously, you're not in my computer. I'm not in your computer. It's an image. So if we can share an image through a computer, why can't we share a photographic image with a scalar energy instrument? We can.
What about the advance? Because you said 50 years ago. Is that what you said? Did I hear you correctly?
I've been studying this for 50 years, correct.
And there's obviously been so many advancements in photography. Has that changed anything? Has that helped?
It helps because when I started, we were using Polaroid. Today, we simply receive an email photograph. So in any given day, I can receive 1,000 or 2,000, 5,000 photographs from around the world.
What for your end? What is that? Is that like working with you? Is that just sending a photo and then waiting for you to get back? Is that does it take months? Does it take?
For most people, within 2 or 3 months, they feel better. I had a sports injuries and I had back pain for years. After 4 months under this enhanced program, I no longer have back pain. So in my case, with what I would call severe back pain, it took only 4 months and my back pain is abated. During those 4 months, I had no medical procedure. I did not go to a chiropractor. I did not change my diet. My back pain is gone. Full relief.
And can you talk about what you did?
Yeah, it's the intelligence in the energy itself. This energy, scalar energy, is corrective. In other words, if disease is the wrong information, scalar energy, this perfect energy, corrects the disease pattern. It's that simple. You see, we live in an electromagnetic world which is imperfect. Scalar energy is perfect. So if we give ourselves a perfect force field, scalar energy, we override, we negate that imperfect world of electromagnetic energy.
And so are people working with you to get to the perfect energy, to find out how to attract the perfect energy? Is that what that is?
Sadly, I work alone and not by choice. Nobody's taking this up. This is esoteric. I realize that. there also are other impediments. So right now I'm working alone.
Mm-hmm. But if someone's if someone's sending you their picture, and then what are you bringing back to them?
I send people daily emails and I update them as to the procedure, what I'm doing, and that we allow people to, if you will, write in questions and we'll answer those questions, etc. So, if you will, I do not diagnose because this is not medical science. I simply take a person's photograph by an email and the energy is corrective. And to be clear, I only correct the force field on the photograph. You see, the force field on the photograph is what is accessed. I do not access the physical biochemical person.
I told you that you were way smarter than me. You do have, however, which I think is amazing, and I'm excited that you're doing this, have a giveaway for people watching or listening, because I think people are going to have lots of questions and a good way to connect with you. Can you talk about what you have for everyone?
Yeah. In order to prove my work, what do? I give away 15 days of free sessions. So my website is scalarlight.com. Anybody in the world can submit their photograph or photographs of their family members with their permission. I will work with everybody, regardless. Free, no holds barred, 15 days of free sessions. So try the free sessions. There is no obligation.
And we'll put the links in the comments and the show notes. What do you get out of the work that you do?
You get a lot of satisfaction. This is my swan song, if you will. This is I don't have another 60 years, if you will. So I want to bring this forward to see mankind advance. That's what I want.
It's amazing. And what would you like people to take away from today?
This technology, scalar energy, will change the world. This technology, free energy from the sun and the stars, will improve the human conditions. I'd like people to know that this technology exists and to support it in some way moving forward.
Yeah, and you can do that on Tom's website, which is, like I said, we'll put it in the notes and the comments. Tom, I think I want you back for like an 8-part series to go down each piece of this, because I think it's a lot of very interesting information that I think could be broken down.
Right.
I think you should probably have your own podcast so to talk about it. But I thank you very much for stopping by and chatting and enlightening me for a little bit and teaching me something. I appreciate it. We'll be right back after this, everyone.
You know what would be better than watching this commercial? Watching your commercial. Join the party that is Make Your Day Richer TV by advertising your brand, business, or project during the show. Use us to promote what you're doing to make our viewers' day richer. 1 month of advertising starts at $200. Scan the QR code or visit makeyourdayricher.com/advertising to start promoting today.
Are you an independent creative looking to take your career to the next level? Whether you're an author, illustrator, or thinking about getting into this industry, it's time to step into the spotlight at the Inkpreneurs Summit 2024. This November 1st and 2nd in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, we're bringing together the best minds in the publishing industry for 2 days of unparalleled learning and intimate networking. From hands-on workshops with industry experts to interactive networking mixers, you'll get the tools, connections, and insights to turn your creativity into a thriving business. And that's not all. Our Fresh Ink Pavilion is the place for new and emerging authors to showcase and sell their books, right in front of passionate readers and industry pros who are ready to support your journey. Plus, meet our incredible lineup of speakers sharing your secrets to success in publishing and beyond. Space is limited and early bird registration is available until September 30th. Don't miss out. Secure your spot today and get ready to elevate your creative career. Visit inkpreneursummit.com to register. Let's give your creativity the success it deserves. See you in Winston-Salem.
Well, hello, everybody. That interview with Tom was recorded a couple months ago. And because sometimes we record interviews because people can't make it on at the live shows. and put them in other shows. And he had been scheduled that episode to air multiple times since we had filmed that episode with him. And then someone would come on who could come live that day. And so he kept getting bumped and kept getting bumped. And so that episode was finally scheduled to air today. And I just recently learned that he has actually passed away. And so I struggled with whether or not to put this episode out, but I really think that he would want it out. And I think for some reason it's coming out now, and I don't know. And so I just want to say, Tom, thank you wherever you're watching, because I'm sure you're watching. And I just felt like his story had to be shared. And I felt like that, his work still was so profound, and what he has learned, 50 years. And I felt like, his legacy still needed to go on. So I wanted to put that out there, but I want to send my love to his family. I don't know any of the details. I just, while I was researching, getting ready, finding pictures for this episode, learned that. So Tom, we love you. And thank you for coming on the show. On Monday's show, we have Natalie Buster from the Before You Go podcast, which is a new podcast that I am producing and editing with Abode, which is an end-of-life care facility in San Antonio, Texas. It's a beautiful, beautiful podcast that they have put together. It premieres on Monday. The first 3 episodes are coming out on Monday, and Natalie, who's co-hosting it, is going to be here to talk about that. And it brings light and really joy to end of life, because they are not there to make it all sad as you are dying. There are important things that they are doing. They're doing fun things. And this entire podcast is going to blow your mind and completely change the way you think about death. And so I'm very, very excited for Natalie to come on next week. And then the CEO of Abode is going to be on the next week to talk about the other episodes. So we're going to share some clips from that. I'm very proud to be working on that podcast with them. So there is that. Okay, also 35,000 people have watched this program. Thank you all so much for the support and the love. Make sure you're subscribing and liking and sharing the episode that is your favorite, please, so we can continue to do this. And I just am so honored to be here every morning with you. All right, that is it. I do have lots of stuff today, but I just wanted to, take a moment to honor Tom. And yeah, thanks, Tom. We'll see you all. Have a great weekend, everybody. Go make your day richer and go make someone else's day richer. We will see you on Monday. Bye-bye, everyone.